That's good. Now you've had a chance here today to meet the Botswanese diaspora community in Melbourne, and I'm going to ask you a question about the role of the diaspora in helping Africa.
Well, the role of the diaspora is that they should remember where they have come from. Those who are working here and have relatives back in Africa, they should we can appreciate their remittances. Those who are studying, some of them should go back and try to help there. And so whatever they are doing, whether they go back or whether they prefer to work here, they should remember us in Africa as a continent, and we can do with the assistance, financial or otherwise, of all our people living in the developed countries.
One last question about the Africa's economic success. You are a model of political and economic leadership, and today the story in Africa is changing. There's a lot of economic success, and in some media outlet in the West, that story is not being told quite enough. What can you tell like in Australia here, where people get only mostly negative news about Africa, that there's a new story coming out of Africa and that story needs to be told?
The majority of sub-Saharan African countries, for a change, are scoring very impressive economic growth rates. In fact, we are growing faster than most countries in the world. So that Africa, for instance, both last year and this year and next year, will achieve a higher growth rate than Europe and North America. So that's good. That's what is happening in Africa. That's why everybody now is talking about Africa rising.
And what can you tell the Australian investors in terms of going to Africa and taking advantage of the opportunities?
They are welcome. That opportunities are there. We have always said we have minerals and other natural resources, and we are open for business. But of course, on terms and conditions that will have to be acceptable to us.
Thank you very much for your time, President.